Hi everyone, it's Jasmine. I know I've been gone for like a few months. I know I said I was gonna come back with some videos, but you know, being pregnant and everything got really busy. Pretty much what happened is I had my baby, and obviously since you clicked on this video, you want to meet her and find out her name. So I'll get straight to the point. I'll show you to her in a second. But first, let me just tell you that I was supposed to have her November 6th. I actually ended up having her October 12th. And, I mean, obviously that wasn't planned. But what happened was I would go in for NST testing. And for people that don't know what that is, it's a non-stress test. And it's pretty much just where they would put like a band over my belly just to listen to her heartbeat. And I guess to make sure that like she's having enough fetal movements. And that they would also monitor my heart rate. So I went in on October 11th, I believe. October 11th, I went in for my non-stress test, and pretty much what happened was my blood pressure was like through the roof, and it was not going down. And I already had like high blood pressure pretty much throughout my whole pregnancy. I was at risk for preeclampsia. So they decided they would take me upstairs and just have them monitor me in the labor and delivery. So they were monitoring me, and then my blood pressure just wasn't going down at all. So what ended up happening is they ended up inducing me, and it was really stressful, and it was just a crazy thing because I was here all alone while my husband was actually in California. Because if you don't know, I live in Texas. So he was in California because it was something for the army. So while he was in California, I freaking out by myself, no family here or anything. I don't really have any friends here either. So he was in California. I had to send a Red Cross message, and they ended up sending him back. But I was so nervous because they were inducing me on the 11th. And they induced me around like, I don't know, like 6 p.m. And I was really nervous that like I was probably gonna give birth without him being there. And since it's our first child too, I don't know, I was really, I didn't know what to expect pretty much. So I was scared, and I just wanted my husband there, obviously. So I was in contact with my mom. Luckily, his unit let him be in contact with me because they knew I was pregnant and that I was 9 months pregnant. So he was texting me, I was texting him, I let him know. Pretty much he got on a flight and he was there on the 12th at like noon. So I gave birth, and I gave birth at 8:50 p.m. I don't know why I forgot. Yeah, so 8:50 p.m. I gave birth. My daughter, she is a preemie, so she was very small and like skinny, but luckily she's fine. She didn't have to stay in the NICU at all or anything like that. No real complications. Everything went pretty smoothly. I did get the epidural. I know I was like, oh, I don't want to get the epidural. I wanted a natural birth, honestly. And oh my god, just like, maybe it was from the induction, but oh my god, the contractions. Okay, at first when they induced me, she was like, oh, the nurse was like, oh, you're getting a contraction, do you feel it? Because like, you know, they can see it on the monitor. And I was just like, no, I don't feel anything. And I was thinking in my head, dang, if it's gonna be like this is gonna be easy. And then over time, it just got worse and worse. And then I was freaking moaning in there like a ghost. Like literally, I was like, ooh. It was, I don't know, it was funny. And then I was just so out of it. I did get, sorry if you hear that, it's my baby. I believe it's like an analgesic. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure. They just pretty much put pain medication into my IV, and it did help with the pain a little bit, but just the contractions were so bad that I was like, give me the epidural, please. And I got the epidural. It worked because I didn't really feel the contractions as strong. Eventually, obviously over time, they kind of went away. And during my actual like the final stage of labor, like when I was actually pushing her, when I was pushing her, I mean, I could feel my legs and everything. I could move them. Like, I didn't need help to move my legs. Honestly, I probably could have stood, but obviously that'd be dumb. I'd watch me stand up or something and then fall over. So obviously, whenever I needed to stand up, they would help me. So that was pretty much her birth, and my husband got to be there. My mom got to be there too. They both flew on the same flight together from California. It was really nice to have them both there. I know I was being I was being something else. I was being like that typical like screaming mom in labor, like, stop touching me! Yeah, that was me. But I was only like that for some reason with my mom, which made me feel bad, kind of. But I was like, Mom, stop talking, you're like irritating me. Watch, now my daughter's gonna be like that with me. Okay, so before she starts making like a really big fuss, this is my baby. This is my baby. Her name is Penelope. Penelope Elizabeth. Yeah, you're Penelope Elizabeth. She's 8 weeks old now. Today is the 9th of December, so she's about to be 2 months old. I know. She just woke up. Yeah, I don't know. As for like her growth, sorry baby. As for like her growth, I feel like she's the size of like a newborn, like a freshly born newborn for 2 months old. But she's pretty good. She does tummy time. She can lift her head fine. She is starting to learn how to smile, kind of. She cries like every other baby. Yeah, all she does is sleep, but I guess that's what babies do. I don't know, you know, first time mom. What else, huh? We actually just took some pictures. I took pictures with our Christmas tree for holiday photos. I'll put some at the end of the video so you guys can see. I made a Christmas card, so I'll just put some pictures at the very end of the video. She was 4 pounds and 13 ounces when she was born, and she was 18.5 inches long. So decently sized, I think, like lengthwise, but obviously she was very light. She's definitely gained a lot of weight now, but that's a good thing. I have no clue how much she weighs. I actually have, she actually has a doctor's appointment coming up, so she's gonna get her vaccinations. Right? You're gonna get your little vaccinations? Yeah? You're gonna cry, aren't you? Yeah, it's funny. I don't know, she makes a lot of these noises. I'm just like, is this normal? I've never heard a baby make like all these like grunts all the time. And she's starting to drool more. So after I gave birth though with her, when they put me in the room where you like recover and you sleep with her, I actually had a horrible time. So my birth wasn't bad, me giving birth to her wasn't bad. The time after though was, so my blood pressure was not going down at all. And pretty much they kept me in the hospital for 5 days after I gave birth. 5 or 6 days, I don't really remember. I just remember it was a long time and I wanted to leave. And then she also had a little bit of jaundice, so they had to put her under the like machine thing that looks like a tanning thing, and we had to keep her eyes covered, and I hated it because she was crying and her eyes were covered, so like her eyes wouldn't get damaged. Yeah, your eyes were covered. And then yeah, it was just horrible. I just couldn't get my blood pressure to go down, so they ended up putting me on some blood pressure medication, and it ended up going down very slightly. So I guess I just have high blood pressure now, and the best thing I can do is just exercise, try to eat healthier, and I don't know, lose weight. Hopefully it helps my blood pressure to go down. And definitely I'm gonna start exercising. I'm not saying like, oh, new year, gonna exercise, because that's what everyone says every year, me included. But I'm very serious about it this time, and I feel like a lot of people say that too, and same thing, me included. But I mean, I have a little baby now, so gotta take care of myself. Can take care of myself so I can take care of her. But yeah, I mean, she's falling asleep again, kind of. So this is Penelope, and thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a happy holiday. Bye.
Just see those sleigh bells jingling.